Hello, everyone. We are live. It is the hot seat, May 28th. This is Devin. We've got Joel and Aidan here. Hi, friends. How's everybody doing today?
What's up?
This is exciting.
It's very exciting. Aidan is here. Aidan, your group is very interesting. You help magicians book, market, and sell out their own public ticketed stage shows. You are a very interesting person because you've kind of like have this comedy background. So I'm like, I was just talking to you about this before this, but like, I'm ready to rip you open, dude. I've always wanted to roast like an actual comedian, but this is the closest I'll ever get probably. So it's very exciting. You wanted help with your landing page conversion, offer creation, ad creative strategy, your copy strategy. These are the boxes that were checked at least. And so I would love to hear, to just kick it off, a brief description of your offer, of your group. And I'll pull open the about page while you're kicking that off, dude.
For sure. So yeah, I'm magician by background, by trade, and I knew that this was the goal. I've been doing my own sort of stage shows or variations of that for the past 10 years or so now, and I noticed that a lot of magicians wanted, like pretty much every magician that you'll ever speak to has at some point wanted to do their own show. It's been there. It's the dream. Like, very few of them do it because they think it's big, it's expensive, it's time consuming, it's hard to do, and like truthfully, I've been running shows. I think I've spent in total on venues like less than £30 in 10 years of shows, and like this group is entirely about making sure that performers can do their own shows, can do their own events, because it's a big dream. It's been massively unlocking for me, and so yeah, we help them find the venues and book the venues, sell the tickets, put on the shows, and make a ton of money in the process.
Dang. How long have you been doing this? I see you got 25 a month, you got 86 members. Tell me the story of how you've gotten to these numbers, how long that's taken.
For sure. So I've had the group itself for a year. About 6 months of that was nothing. It was literally, I had invited people for free, like less than 10 people were in the group for the majority of that time. And then it was kind of just before Christmas, I ran some ads and put the price up twice. So the price has gone up twice. It was at $10, then went to 15. Now it's at 25. I had a dream world. I'd like that to go up, but 25 seems to have been done. It seems to have done quite well. So I've kind of left it there for now.
Yeah.
And yeah, we had some significant jumps in members because obviously when there's massive urgency at play, the price is going up and it's such a low ticket, no brainer. People were jumping in. People were going crazy for it. Although that has led to some issues, which is like engagement has tanked, to say the least. So
yeah. So is it spending more time on lead gen is affecting just like the time you're putting into engagement, or is it because of another thing, do you think?
yeah, I think it's a combo. I think because a lot of people have the dream, but they don't have the time right now, and then they saw the great deal, they just joined to save it for later. And so, like, I've got members that are annoyingly still paying every month. And they've just literally not logged in for 3 months. It's like,
Yeah.
I appreciate your money, but I want you on stage. Like, I want bums on seats. I want your career going here.
So you're collecting future performers basically here, and so like, has that affected your offer a bit? Like, is there more of like a 0 to 1 that you're adding because of that at all? Like, how's that affecting things?
I'll tell you what, like, I wanted more of the early stage 0 to 1 kind of people. But annoyingly, what actually has happened is that amongst all of the 0 to 1ers, there's pros that are out there absolutely crushing it. And because they're pros out there crushing it, they know how important it is to learn new strategies, get as much information as possible to test and implement in their own shows. And so I kind of shot myself in the foot with a bunch of actual pros coming in, being like, right, teach me stuff. And I'm like, that's not really what the program kind of was for, if I'm honest. And so I'm currently undergoing a lot of surgery right now to update all of the course and stuff. To make it applicable to people across all levels, whether they're going 0 to 1 with their first show or they're already doing shows. They just want fuel on the fire kind of stuff.
I've found that the people that are actually best at running Skool communities almost all have this problem. Like they launch and they could serve mini markets. They're good at what they do, and multiple types show up, and you have to kind of pick what you're gonna do, and it can be difficult. I've noticed that like all the pros deal with this. Like in the first 100 members, this is like a coming of age that just happens, you know. So, what are like your short term and your long term goals that you have for this community?
Yeah, I mean, long term, I kind of want this community to be. I want to get it to a point where it's self sufficient. It's like it's growing itself without me being so in the weeds on it as much. But more importantly, I just want people coming in and crushing it with shows. I genuinely just want people getting the results more so than anything else. Like, yes, I'd love to be able to say, hey, let's just go full time Skool, and like this is the group that makes $1 billion a year. Like, I've worked in this niche
Mhm.
before. I had one of, if not the largest coaching business, teaching the private booking side of things for magicians years ago. And I like it's an interesting niche because it's known as like a bit of a cheap niche and stuff. So
Mm.
I'm probably not going to make the bajillions of dollars with the group, but I just want to serve, right? But
Okay.
in the meantime, I mean, the group itself is kind of like it's doing about just over $1,000, just give or take, a month, just fluctuating based on churn. But I'd love to get that up to closer to 3. That's kind of where I'd love to see the group, just because that kind of gets to critical mass of members, and the whole engagement of the members and the community side of things will really come from that sort of level.
Mm-hmm. Right. And so around 1K right now, you want to go to 3K, where in this kind of like cheap niche, and you're revamping your whole offer. So these things makes everything a little bit complicated. But apart from that, could you expand a little bit more on the challenges and bottlenecks that you think that you're facing to close that gap between where we are right now and the 3K mark?
For sure. So the major challenge right now is the stuff. Like magicians love secrets. We trade in secrets. Like there's
Mm.
methods to behind our tricks. Like I've always said that the magician sort of industry, it's like 80% hobbyists that just want to learn the tricks. Like maybe sort of 10-15%, maybe 20% of people that are actually ever want to do a show and take it seriously and stuff. And then of that, I've somehow managed to triple niche down to like just the people who want to do the stage shows, which thankfully does open it back to the hobbyists a bit. But the big thing is obviously they trade in secrets. And
Yeah.
so community, the classroom side of things, that needed tidying up to make sure that the right secrets were there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Um, but then it's just like communicating that. That's the big challenge right now. It's how do we actually convey that to the audience? So like when I'm running ads, it's
Right. So
how am I
let's
getting people there?
yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the acquisition. So how what have you found in the acquisition side of things? It's been difficult. It's been hard. It's been easy.
I mean, the first bunch of ad tests that I ran were all like price hikes and all of that kind of stuff. So they were
Mm.
wildly profitable. Like they were just nuts
Mm.
from day one, which was wonderful. Like no complaints here. Um, and so I did it again. That's why I put the price up twice. I was like, well, if they're going to jump from the 10 to the 15, they can jump from the 15 to the 25. Now, even running ads at $25, it's still profitable. It's still very profitable front end, which is great. Um, is it as profitable as it like to be? Yeah, that's
Is this is
we'd
this
always want.
like is this LTV profitable or is this month one profitable that you're talking about?
Oh, this is month one profitable
That's just stick with that as long as you can, my friend, because
for sure.
I feel like usually this next jump and you're not month one profitable anymore. Typically, like that happened for us. It's like you can increase the LTV, but you have to improve the quality and engagement in order to like actually get your LTV up after you jump from 25 to like the 50 range. I've noticed. I don't know if
Yeah.
you're feeling that or if that's what your take has been, getting the gist of sort of other groups, but that's what I've found to be like the case. So what's the kind of that customer like click to conversion like now? Is everybody coming from ads, or are people finding you on social as well?
Yeah, I did everything with no social audience. Like everything, the whole growth has been ads and like a very small handful of referrals and recommendations and affiliates and stuff,
Sweet.
which is wildly less successful than I thought affiliates was going to be. I thought that was going to be an absolute game changer for the platform,
Yeah.
but maybe 4 affiliate referrals, 2 of
I
which have
know, dude.
churned.
I think affiliates takes more work than people think. It's like you could go hard on organic, or you can go hard on ads, or you could go hard on affiliates, but they all take some decent work to activate and to manage and to make work really well. I feel like it's not as easy as like the button is on. Why isn't everyone affiliating? I've noticed, unless you have a big group or a lot of like social proof and credibility and you're somewhat famous. But
Yeah.
okay, so people are clicking on your Facebook ads or your Instagram ads and finding your Skool About page. And is it all Skool About page traffic? Do you have anything else?
Yeah, I've never done anything aside from that. It's all direct to about page.
Okay. And you're running these like price change deals to kind of improve the ROI. I would do the exact same thing if I was in your shoes, by the way. It's a good move. Are you like for the other price changes, were you doing anything about like it's changing tomorrow or it's going to change? Like I've noticed that your current setup, it doesn't say when it's changing, but has that been the case the whole time? Has it kind of always been?
Yeah, I made a much bigger deal when the price was changing. It was dated. There were the little alarm emojis. Like it was really
Mhm.
obvious that the price was going up. Same within the ads. The ads were literally there was nothing, no sort of content, if you like, in the ads. It was, hey, last chance, price is going up on this date. Go and get it now for whatever it was, $10, $15. But obviously, because the price has settled, it settles at the 25. I've never sort of changed that yet.
At what
Gotcha.
quantity do you do the increments of price?
It was I literally just picked some dates and I just literally fixed date, raised the price. The first was I started running ads like I think it was the 22nd of December. Started running ads for the first price hike on January 31st, so
Okay.
like kind of that New Year's, and then there was another one. I feel like it was like late January, mid February kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That
And
was that was
how much did you increase the price between, like in every change?
it was literally just straight 10 to the 15, so $5 increase,
Okay.
and then 15 to the 25, which is a $10 increase.
Right. Okay. And are you planning to do any other soon?
I would love to do. I'd love another price hike. Don't get me wrong. I'm currently in the balance of do another price hike to hopefully get a bunch of people at the 25, or with everything that's going on, the slight pivot of the offer and all of that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
settle it at 25, which I know is a price point that can be profitable month one, if not month two at the absolute latest, and just ride that out for a bit and see if I can get some new fresh blood into the group to test the new offers, get the new marketing collateral, like the reviews, the testimonials, all
Right.
that kind of stuff, and then do a price hike later.
Mm-hmm. Do you
It's
want to
all been
pull open your Skool dashboard for us real quick and share your screen? I'd love to look at your about page, conversion
The
rate, that
metrics.
the
The metrics.
metrics. Joel's favorite. This is Joel's favorite part of the
the
day.
numbers, yeah, the important
Somebody's
stuff, the fun
metrics.
stuff. So,
Yes.
I was
so
talking with Guston earlier. I had a call with him, and we were like also running some numbers, and we were like, dude, uh, in school we hate it much, but if it's numbers related to business, we love it.
It's fun.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm looking at it here. We got 79 members, 1,196 MRR, 4.79% churn.
So
And
that went up
last,
annoyingly. That's
okay,
it. Usually floated around sort of 1.5, 2.5 ish.
okay.
It
Wait,
just
what happened?
it jumped up a little bit. Um,
More spend. on ads?
Yeah,
Maybe.
it was a little bit more of a spend thing, and I also kind of hit that threshold of like that. It's been a couple months, say 3 or 4 months, since people joined from the initial price hike and then didn't do anything, and so there was that inevitable, like natural kind of churn that happens sort of months three,
Yeah.
4. That a couple of that kind of hit and crept up a
The
little bit.
signups remain stable or also decreased?
Yeah, so
Four.
there's right now it's for. I will say that there is one bias to this in that I was over with Calvin Hollywood for a mastermind literally
Nice.
just this weekend that's gone, and one of the people in the room joined the community to churn, like to tip the show that I did because I did a little performance for everybody. So it was like a tip
Mm,
kind of thing, which I'm massively grateful for.
that's cool.
But damn the conversion, damn the churn. Sorry.
Yeah, they had to join and churn, huh?
Yeah, I was like, I wish there was another way, but that was funny.
Okay.
Signups have been pretty stable. Like right now, the only ads that I've kind of got running are just some retargeting. Right now, I was continuing to run ads, but I didn't want a load of people coming in seeing the old course materials and
Yeah.
seeing that everything is. It'd just be too confusing for new members, so I kind of paused that for like a little bit just to get it over. I mean, the new program will be in by Monday. Like I'm putting it all in on Monday, so I'll be able to start ads again on Tuesday. Like
Nice.
if not before.
So we've got your metrics. You're kind of seeing, is 90 about page visitors at 7 days like normal or high or low for a 7 day period?
Um,
Do you know off the top?
I
Like
mean,
seeing these
it's
numbers?
usually significantly like it's significantly more when ads are running. Like it's at least
Yeah.
300-400 right now.
Three,
It's I'm
400.
surprised. Truthfully, I'm surprised it's that high, given that all I've got is retargeting. But again, I think being around a bunch of schoolers this past weekend, it wouldn't surprise me if they've all just been checking out the page and
Yeah.
all
Okay.
that kind of stuff.